Traditional Christmas campervan trips are a really big exercise in New Zealand, and husbands take wives from dementia units, those with Alzheimer's, often mid-80s, on these campervan trips quite regularly, often, and they are successful. So I'll explain the reason why they're successful and how it works. Well, of course, the two big risks of taking a dementia resident out of a dementia unit is them losing their way and getting lost and or falling. So with a camper van being such a contained environment, it actually works really well for dementia because the person isn't going to lose their way in a camper van. It's just one small room. It's not like you're at one end of the house and your wife's at the other and she escapes out the back door and you don't know it. If you're in a camper van, you're going to see if she gets out the door quite easily because she's right there. And even if you are reading a book and she manages to get out, you'll know the other campers in the facility. They'll look out for your wife because the thing is, in New Zealand, camper vanning at Christmas is a regular occurrence and you get to know everyone near your plots. Now, often families, generations camp by each other at the same site every Christmas time, often by the beach. So everyone knows each other. It's intergenerational. So that means that the whole family, from the young ones right up to the seniors, will know that grandma, for example, has dementia, and a memory problem. So they'll look out for her. And even if she goes a little bit down the road, they'll just, within the camper van site, they'll run after her because they'll see her. Everything's in eye level, easy, accessible, and contained. Now also, in the camper van itself, much less likely to have falls because there's not a big open space, as in a home or a dementia unit. If you trip a little, you've always got something on the right or left within arm's reach to, catch yourself with. And again, outside, it's not concrete, it's grass. And grass is a much softer surface to fall onto if you do fall compared to concrete. So there's all these actual advantages of being in a little camper van. Now, the thing is, of course, the toileting at night is the difficult one. But if it's the same camper van that your wife has been used to going in for year in, year out holidays, and often lots of weekend trips away as well in New Zealand, if you've got a camper van, you use it a lot, so it's like your little home. She may well remember the orientation of that, and if not, she can see the orientation. She can see where the toilet is because it's only 2-3 steps away. It's not like she has to remember through a direction orientation process that the toilet is out the lounge room, 10 metres along the right and 5 metres along to the right in the hallway and then to the right, which she's got to remember and orientate all of that into her cognition. But with a camper van, all she has to do is see it. She can see that the toilet's just right there opposite the sink, or put a sign on it if you want to, so she can read it. It's just easier access, it's more contained. You can keep an eye on her easily as the husband. She can't get lost because you'll see that. If not, your relatives nearby will see that. And it's one big happy family. In the sense, it's actually, you're going to receive a lot more help because, say, your daughter is traditionally in the caravan next door. You're going to receive a lot more help from her with cooking and meals and whatever else you need in terms of help, because she's right there as a neighbour, compared to in the usual community now, when in the year she's working all year, she's working all week, so you don't get that help. So it's a really good situation actually. It's sort of going back, generations back when everyone worked together, lived together, helped each other. Camper vanning is still the same scenario here in New Zealand and hopefully in other countries. So it's a good, safe way to be able to take someone with dementia on a holiday, as long as you can manage the toileting at night, and maybe they can even do that independently or mostly, then it's great. And if not, just have a sleep in the day and someone else can look after Granny and you can have a rest because they'll be there to be able to help with that. They can help with the cooking at night. You won't have to do that because it's just a big barbecue anyway and a few salads. So it's a marvellous, marvellous thing to have a holiday, have a lovely holiday just like you've always had. Someone with dementia, sitting in the sun, being with the grandkids, you know, the grandkids enjoying their company, having some fun. Wonderful. So I've written about these topics and more in both books, The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit, and on Amazon, my soft cover, hard cover and ebook, and on my website, description below, pietavalentine.com, bearing in mind that my background is physiotherapy. So all of what I'm giving here is based on physiotherapy experience, plus I was a diversional therapist for some time, so that comes into the equation as well. And all the work that I'm working with here and in these videos and in both books is based on D3, first level dementia facility. So thank you for your interest and please subscribe. Thank you.